Hello, guys. Hello and welcome. We're here catching the second round of the Sato Baeza fight. It appears to me that Baeza has Sato in a head and arm choke, and Sato just tapped out to it. So Baeza just finished Sato with a head arm choke. Hopefully, you guys, today's been a pretty full on day for all of us Grange TV people. So we started watching here. We started watching at the main event. The fight night. We started watching the fight night, and then we went to the Tyson fight, and now we're back to the fight night. So we're all over the place. So yes, please. I'm glad you guys back on, and we're watching this. It was a historic moment. I unfortunately didn't get to see this fight, which I really wanted to see. Sato, I got here as soon as Sato got choked out with a head arm choke. So we are back. Really, really, really happy to see that we were able to do both main events. So if you're just joining us now, please, guys, join us. You know, when you're watching or whatever. If you're joining us later, we did all three events today. We started with the fight night. We went to the Tyson fight, and now we're back to the fight night. So I think people might be in the wrong thing. So if anyone can go to the other chat, if someone's gone there, whatever, we're back. We're back. We're good. Everyone's back. Thank God. Shout out to Elo for saving lives in this weather. Dude, P11, you're obviously from Sydney. What's happening on the screen? They're celebrating. Guy just dropped the flag. Now they're picking up. He's holding it in both hands. He's waving. Very happy. He just got the job done. And anyways, yeah, no, anyone P11, are you from Sydney? Because if you're from Sydney, dude, it's so hot. I'm waiting for the southerly change that's kind of happening, but man, it's so hot. Like yesterday was 43 degrees in the main city, dude, in like in the city center. And where I live down the coast, it was still like in the 40s. And in the west, Badger's Creek was like almost 48 degrees. So yeah, so I man, it was so hot. I'm waiting. I haven't got aircon. I'm waiting for the southerly change to occur. It hasn't yet. It's just hot as hell. I'm seeing my daughter. My daughter's just turned 1, and her cheeks are completely red. It is good to be back, Liam. It is good to be back. Randy, we are back. A-Tech, well done, Fab. So Bobby Saget fan, hey Fab, let's sync up what's happening on screen right now. Like I said, right now, the Miguel Baeza is still celebrating very much his win, and he's because I can't hear what he's saying. He's shouting out a whole bunch of people. You're a hard worker. I wish I had more money to donate, Randy. Randy, your presence is enough. Thank you. P11, yeah. I'm assuming that's yeah. Bobby Saget fan, the green tea making you lightning quick. Never noticed. Never even noticed you left. We're back, mate. We're back. The green tea, honestly, has got me really, really going nuts. So Bobby Saget fan said the UFC just booked Kevin Holland versus Jacare. What a fight. The problem there, dude, honestly, no disrespect to Holland, but I don't see how he beats Jacare. Unless Jacare has lost a lot of steps, I don't really see it. Jacare has lost quite a few steps, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I don't think he beats. I don't know. I don't think Kevin Holland beats Jacare. How do you think Anthony Smith will go in this fight? Good. I think he'll go good. He's a very good jiu-jitsu guy. He's got good stand-up. He's not as crisp, straight punch, boom, 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 as I'd like it. But as Miguel was doing just then. But Close Montana, I can't show the fight, dude. I can't show the fight. YouTube, like copyright thing, you know what I mean? I can't do it. So yeah, no, I don't think I think Anthony Smith will do well. I don't know. Like, will he get out wrestled? Can that other dude out wrestle him for 3 rounds? I don't for 5 rounds. Sorry, I don't think so. I think, and he's been in there enough with really good fighters to be able to. And his jiu-jitsu is good. His jiu-jitsu is really good. Yeah, Jack the Ripper. Wait, your daughter is one. I remember when you and Rob were talking about him going to NZ, and you were like, "My wife selfishly will give birth that week." Time goes by fast, Uncle Fab. Yeah, we would have taken Grange TV on the road, so to speak, at that time. But yeah, my daughter was about to be born. For anyone that's been following us for that long, and around that time, and now she's one, dude. She's walking around. She's starting to run and climb stuff, and I'm trying to get her to swim, and she's starting to kind of talk. It's just crazy, man. It's time goes so quick, and when you have kids, it's just even quicker. Oh, the cross! Don't worry about the knobs in the show in the chat saying talk the show, show the fight. Yeah, I can't show the fight, man. I wish. Yeah, no need. It's my first child. Yeah, my first child. Um, yeah, she's a character. No, I can't. I wish I could show the fight. I'd get so much more views, but I can't. I can't show the fight. Um, and I just paid $60 to do the Tyson fight. Randy, they want Fab to go to jail because they're too cheap to buy the subscription. Randy's quite an aggressive character, I've noticed. But it's been there since day one, old Randy. So thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the main event. I was actually really looking forward to the Lewis fight. Ewan Ferguson, a bit late to the party, but Tyson versus Junior called. What do you mean, called? I don't understand that. Bobby Saget fan, what do you think of Aldo versus Vera? I think Vera is very tough. Very, very tough. Hits hard, but I don't see where he beats Aldo. Aldo's boxing is very good, man. Very, very, very good. Really good head movement. I'd like to see Aldo's leg kicks come back. Aldo's jiu-jitsu is really good, Again, unless Aldo's lost a lot of steps, which sometimes happens with fighters, I don't think so. I think Aldo wins that. Moreno and Devin. I think Moreno might do it. One, because he's been on Grange TV. Two, I think if Moreno can get Figueiredo moving like into the later rounds, which is a fucking hard task with Figueiredo, it's hard because I don't know what that weight cut, the two weight cuts back to back in a short period of time, will do to Figueiredo. Anthony, no need. Met Dan Kelly yesterday at his gym. His students are crazy good at judo. Yes, they would be. Dan Kelly's a legend. Say hi to him for me. I've met him a bunch of times. I've spoken to him. He's a fucking champion. I like him a lot. And I think, honestly, he's going to be one of the better coaches out of this region. And I'm not saying this to disrespect anyone because there's a lot of good coaches in this region. I'm saying he's going to be one of the better ones. I'm not saying he's the best coach. I'm not saying anything, but I don't want to get hit with a brick when I'm walking down the road. I'm just saying I think he's going to be one of the better ones if he's not already. Him, Sam Greco, there's a group of guys down in Melbourne that are they're doing their own little thing down there. And shout out to them. I think Jimmy Crude, all those guys, but there's going to be more guys coming through. But I definitely think that Dan Kelly's one of the better guys around. Like I really do. Just his knowledge is unbelievable. It really is. Again, I said it last week. I'll say it again. I wish that he had come through 10 years earlier, because you would have really got to see, the real Dan Kelly, Ewan Ferguson, what's your preferred breakfast food? I try to skip breakfast, actually. I try and fast as much as I can. But honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I generally just like whatever my wife makes because my wife's a really, really good cook. And it's always good. Today, I didn't fast today when I got up. She made like this scrambled kind of fritter with zucchini through it. So scrambled egg zucchini fritters. And then there was like this like the buns, the Chinese buns. And then we cut them in half and had them like with a little bit of like sauce and had that like kind of like a McMuffin, but much better than a McMuffin. That's what I had. If Moreno can't Figueiredo to the ground, he will win. Oh man, I don't know how Figueiredo's got fucking good grappling. Moreno's grappling is good too. Don't get me wrong. I think if you can get him down and get him into the later rounds, I think the double weight cut is going to be a big problem for Figueiredo, and I think that that's when we might start to see the grappling really come into effect. Holloway or Qatar? I don't know. I can't pick that one. I can't pick that. I got a lot of faith in Qatar, but Holloway's Holloway, you know. But I think Qatar is really, really underrated. Yeah, Randy, I think I did do the commentary. So yeah, Mitchell Robert, Aldo took a bad beating against Peter Yan. Hopefully he comes back looking good. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But generally, I think that, yeah. No, I know that Moreno is a great grappler, Eamon. I watched him. We called the fight here. I've had him on the podcast. I've interviewed him, all of that and more. But Figueiredo's a very good grappler too, you know, with massive power. So that's not easy in the first few rounds to get in and be able to take him down, you know, when he's thrown heat, you know, from different angles. Jack the Ripper, Curtis Blades is such a good fighter. People call him boring. I think he's dominant, and he KO'd JDS, who I rate so much. Shame the fight is off. Mate, I was cut that fight is off. I was looking forward to that fight so much. I don't find grapplers boring. That's me. I find it boring people don't engage or people don't fight. But if a massive dude like Blades is able to get past your strikes, get you down, hold you down, and beat you up, it's not boring. Josh Sessoms, Fab, did you get into any fist fights in high school while on campus? If so, how did it go down? The only fight I've ever been in was actually because of David Roberts. This is a true story. Fucking David Roberts. I had a fight with his mate, a big Samoan guy named John Lakini, you know, and he's David Roberts' best mate. This is the kind of person David Roberts is. And we were playing basketball, and somebody else tripped John Lakini, and David Roberts fucking ran off, disappeared, nowhere to be seen, left everyone else with it. John turned around and hit me with his big fucking Islander fist right in the face, and he hit me, and my head went, my ear touched my shoulder, and then I just threw a combination back, and it landed flush on him, but then it got broken up. It got broken up, so it got broken up in time for me to go into Southwest Sydney Folklore, because if that fight went any longer, it would have been over. John has had more fights with people than anyone I know, like on a 3-to-1 ratio, and usually came out winning. So he was like the dude back home. And the fact that he didn't kill me and it got broken up in time allowed me to not have to get into any more fights thereafter. Because people, like, the story grew, as you can imagine, by the end of it. Randy, I didn't realize I just had the fight on radio at work. Yeah, went back and forwards. Why is Figueiredo doing 2 weight cuts so close together? Dana said Chandler versus Tony didn't happen because 2 weight cuts close together isn't good. I don't know. But if he's going to fight for the belt and he's going to fight for championship belt, then that's the way, you know, that's what's going to happen. Fab, that fish stew that you made on your Instagram, wow, chef's kiss, you are the peak of human evolution. Hey, honestly, I'll be honest with you, that fish stew is really, really good, and it's really, really healthy. I want to do something like that, maybe on the, what do you call it, on the Patreon or something, Patreon, whatever it's called. I want to do something like that, maybe where I put up some recipes of food that people can eat that's relatively easy to cook, and they're relatively healthy as well. Not 100% crazy healthy, but they're still pretty healthy, you know. And I feel like a lot of the times young fighters are coming through, like if you see that fish stew, you think it's so hard to make, but it's actually very easy to make, and it tastes really good, and you can eat it, and you can get, you know, 1 or 2, 3 days out of that fish, you know. So I really think stuff like that fish stew, it's easy to make, man. It's really easy to make, and you can do something good with it, especially if you're fighting or you're competing and you're a young guy, man. Trust me, I've been there. My diet when I was young, like if it wasn't what my mum cooked, it was just steak and eggs and bread and some fruit, you know. So if I knew what I know now, it'd be a lot better. Since Figueiredo said he'll fight anyone, he should fight Derek Lewis. Yeah, maybe. Blades is not boring. Grapplers who avoid fighting and mostly stall are. Yeah, absolutely. Belfort, such a snake. Yeah, that's Dave Roberts, mate, the snake. Yes, he last left the stream, did the commentary, and came back for this main event. He's too quick for most people at Ewan. Joseph, I remember this story. It happened September 1st, 1995, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, 100% it did, because that's the day I went in for my operation for my knee. Zin Zainab, which Australian New Zealand fighter has the best chance of being champ outside of Adesanya, Volkanovski, and Whitaker? Tougher. Tougher, I think, is if he can get his grappling right and everything. I think he's a dangerous man. Because at heavyweight, dude, if you understand grappling and you can move and strike the way he does, you got another Mark Hunt on your hands. Jimmy Crute could do some really good things. He's a young guy. And then there's other guys coming through, man. Other guys you just haven't heard of yet that, obviously I've seen, I've been around, I've trained. Yeah, there's a few good guys there. There's a kid that I trained since he was like 4 years old. His name's Brad Fulmer. He'll probably fight a bantamweight, if not featherweight, as he gets older, maybe even lightweight, and he's very good. Remember, you heard his name here. Write it down, Brad Fulmer. I've trained him since he was about 4. I don't train him anymore. I don't train anyone now, but like, yeah, that kid thing. I don't believe so, Uncle Fab. I think you would have double-legged the kid and ground and pounded your way to victory. Dude, that would have been a double leg on one of his single legs. He was like a big Samoan kid. I wasn't a big kid. Yeah, Samoans, man, they're different, dude. You know, no, it wouldn't have happened. That was a fight I lost. It was just that the crowd intervened. James Tisdale, link for the fight. Ripples, okay. Patreon title, Uncle Fab cooks grapple your way into someone's heart. Man, I might do it. I don't know how it works. James Tisdale, don't name drop. They'll kill it like Reddit. Okay, I don't know what that means. Ewan Ferguson, $4.99. Always respect the hustle every Saturday. I would happily get a book of Fab's fantastic food. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, my friend. It might be coming, mate. It might be coming. I've got to work out how this Patreon thing works. Patreon. I don't know how you say it. I've got to work out how it works. We talking salmon? No, man. Generally, it's like any fish we use ludric, we use like salmon. You don't want to do that with salmon. You want to, grill and pan-sear the salmon and have a nice salmon. But this is like we use flathead or bream or whatever you want. You know what I mean? Different fish because it's made in a stew. That's why it's easy for a young guy to do it. Yeah, man. Jimmy Crute's a man. He's the man. Okay, I don't know who's going to win this one. Ooh, Dan Hooker. Yeah, man. I'm a fucking massive fan of Dan Hooker. I 100% believe he can be champion. 1,000 million percent. But more than champion, I hope he gets a Conor McGregor fight, and I hope he gets paid because I think he'll beat Conor. My opinion, I think he'll beat him. He's really long. He's got good stand up. He's crisp. I think he'll beat him. But hey, I'm fucking biased towards people from this region, and I really like Dan Hooker. I've always liked him. A good guy. Yeah, for sure, 100% Dan Hooker. Fuck, I knew I was forgetting someone. Or even Kai, man. Kai Kara France. He's definitely there as well in the mix. So yeah, for sure, Dan Hooker. Patreon is a good passive income. No, I'm not. There's no I'm not training anyone. I sold the gyms to Rob. Any thoughts on Sterling versus Jan when it eventually happens? Me personally, I think Jan. I think his stand-up is too tidy, and I think he's a very good grappler, and he's just a good fucking fighter, overall. I called him. I said, this guy's going to be a champion. You watched the podcast before. I said, this guy's going to be the champion there. He's really good. I think Aljamain is really good as well. Really good grappler, all of that. But Jan's good, man. Jan's very good. Yeah, I don't know how it works though. The Patreon thing. What do you guys think about Jan and Sterling? Randy, I need you to calm down, guys. Do not rile Randy. Do not rile Randy up, man. He's a dangerous person. Um, oh, okay. I see what watchflick.org is doing. What do you think was key for Barboza to beat Hooker? Man, these guys they're good fighters, dude. This is like the top end fighting. You know what I mean? Um, it's not like it's you're fighting good guys, man. A guy like Barboza, you can't get him down, and you get caught on the end of one or two of his kicks. It changes the fight, dude. It's not like Hooker and his coaches are stupid and they don't know. You know what I mean? They know. You know, like people. It's easy to sit back and go, "Oh, you know what he should have done." Like, man, you get caught once or twice with a guy like Barboza that hits like he's got baseball bats, dude. Fuck, you're caught. It's a completely different fight. You know, you see, he lost against Kevin Lee, but he hit Kevin Lee with that spinning kick, and I don't know how Kevin Lee didn't go out. So it is what it is. Watch flicktv.org. Can you stop doing that? How do I block user? I've blocked them. Um, please don't put that shit up because I don't want my channel to get taken down or anything. Dan Hooker stand up is nothing to laugh at. You want proof? Watch his fight against Dustin. Yeah, I fucking think that I don't think I wasn't laughing at him, Joseph. I'm a big fan of Dan Hooker. I got Jan playing mind games but pulling out. I reckon I got him too. That's an interesting question, Felipe. We're about to start, people. We're about to start. I know you didn't want to tell the strategy last time you talked about it, but when I was watching Uriah Hall vs. Silva, I had my mind on one thing, and that was foot stomps. Dude, like I said, what we noticed about the foot stomps with Uriah was what I saw was that when Uriah would defend, and I said this in the fight, when he'd defend a takedown, he'd turn, and he doesn't defend with his back to the cage, or didn't back then. He'd turn and put his hands on like this on the cage, like putting his palms onto the cage. So it gave him a broader base. And then people would try and rip him off the cage, and they'd gas themselves, or they'd slow down a little bit, and he'd pick them apart. So what we did with Rob was say, man, you throw your combination, you shoot the double, push him up into the cage. When you get that body lock, pretend like you're going to go for that high parterre kind of ride, and then stomp the shit out of his feet and knees, calves. That was the game plan in that. And it worked. But having said all of that, Uriah Hall could have landed a spinning kick and beat Rob, and everyone would have said, oh, look, that was a dumb strategy. And Anthony Smith seems to have lost some muscularity. We're off round one. Oh, big right hand thrown by Clark. Anthony Smith has a double underhooks, muscles Clark to the ground. He's in side control. Now, this is where it's dangerous because Clark is not the best off his back, and Anthony Smith is very good jiu-jitsu. Clark is in the worst possible position with a strong, dry Anthony Smith. He's got like a kind of headlock like that he's holding Smith in, but that's only going to tire himself out. Smith has a wrist control, and he's taking him away from the cage. He had a smash pass, and he's just holding onto the wrist. This is very, very good by Smith. He's being very patient, just moving him further and further into the center. Went for a smash pass, took his back. He's looking for the back. He's going to get a lockdown on this, and yeah, he's looking for that lockdown to hold him down. Clark is in the worst possible thing. He's got it. He's locked down the leg, and this is going for the twister here. He's under the head. Clark has to give up his back. He has to give up his back, or there's kicks to the thigh are going to do fucking nothing. Smith has the perfect position. He's going to hold. He's going to go for the twister. Clark's holding onto that wrist to stop him from going. There's 3 minutes, 39 seconds to go. Man, he's going to go for that twister. Oh, there's a banana split. Leg locks are there. But Clark has very good wrestling, and he's able to hustle and get back to his feet. This is a good very, very good. I don't like him being on top of on top of Smith in Smith's guard. Smith's getting the hooks in. He's flattening him out, and he's got double underhooks there. I mean, I'm sure Clark is a fantastic base from his wrestling background, but he's not doing damage to Smith right now. Smith is looking to break him down and break down his posture. The hooks at Smith's jiu-jitsu is very good. He's landing elbows. Clark's attempting to pass the guard. I don't like him playing these games with Smith. Even off his back, Smith's looking very good. He's going for the triangle. He's got this triangle. Clark is not going to get out. He's going to get triangled here. It's done. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's in the triangle is in deep. And Clark didn't defend that. He didn't go in any way. He tried to hammer fist his way out of that, and that was never going to happen. So that's your main event, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic triangle by Anthony Smith. Hey, Fab, I was just wondering why you think Glover is a very formidable challenge for Izzy. I love that fight too, but I recall you saying that a strong grappler isn't the style that'll beat Izzy. No, what I said was just the guy that's going to grapple isn't going to do it against Izzy. The difference for Glover is that he's very composed with his striking, and he's a very good boxer too. So he's got very good boxing. I don't know that he'll beat Izzy. I'm just saying it'd be an interesting one. And he's very composed. He's very he's nice and tight. He's got his hands up nice and high, and he'll come in and he'll box and he'll move, and then he goes for his takedowns, and he does that single leg, runs a pipe, gets a takedown, and then goes to work. And the kind of grappler he is, high level if he gets on top. That's why I say it'd be an interesting fight. I'd definitely favor Izzy, though. I'd favor Izzy. Hello, sir. What are your thoughts about democratic pedophiles? Pedophiles are, they're something wrong that happened in our nature of fucking human beings. Any kind of pedophile. I don't think Republican pedophiles are any better. There is, if you watch the Tim Wharton clips that we've done, he's an expert on pedophiles. So you can watch that. That'll give you a better understanding. Thanks for the streams today, Fab. No, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching and for going backwards and forwards between the streams. Yeah, so it was really, really good, man. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys watching and you guys supporting. It's fantastic, man. It's phenomenal, and I can't thank you guys enough. So, please like, subscribe, press the little bell so you get all the notifications. And yeah, we'll be back up for the next one. Can we send tips, Fab? Yes, you can send whatever you want, anything. So thank you very much. So thank you very much, guys. And we hope to be able to do as many of the fights as we can. And man, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I genuinely look forward to doing the cards, because I get to hang out with you guys and get to hang out, and we get to talk, and we get to go back and forwards and get to hear your guys' opinions of the fights and everything. So that for me is like really cool. It's like I'm hanging out with a bunch of friends, man. So I really, really appreciate it. So all right, we'll be back here for the next one. So thank you very much, guys. I believe that the next one is Hermanson, versus Vittori, December 5th. So we'll be back for that one. Tune in, make sure you watch, and thank you guys. Take care.